Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy DuckyTheGamer back again with another video. Now, every few months, I like to bring you guys this exact video. A video updating you guys with all my settings, my sensitivities, graphics, heads-up display, everything like that you guys pretty much ask me on a daily basis in my streams and my comment section. And for the most part, my settings are pretty refined and pretty tuned, so they don't change too often. But whenever I make a change for my settings, there's usually a really specific reason behind that. So I'm going to be making today's video once again just to share with you guys all the information you typically ask on a daily basis. Also, along with this, I'm going to be including for the first time the warm-up maps that I've recently been using to pretty much just warm up and also practice, because when it comes to being mechanical in Fortnite Mobile, getting every little bit of practice and help you guys can get will definitely go a long way. And if you guys happen to miss yesterday's video in which I sort of explained why my iPad is going to be in my face cam from now on, please go ahead and watch that. I'm not going to go over it in today's video, so if you're curious as for all the reasons I go into great detail, so I greatly appreciate it if you check that out. Code Ducky, the Fortnite item shop. As always, guys, make sure to use code Ducky if you want to be lucky. So the thing when it comes to Fortnite mobile settings is there's really not that much. The graphics, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on because there's very few graphics. 120 FPS, obviously, because I play on an iPad Pro. The iPad Pro is the only series of devices in the world that has 120 frames on mobile. I also use the OnePlus 8 Pro, which is the only phone in the world to get 90 FPS on mobile. So for both devices, I play 120 on a tablet, 90 on a phone. When it comes to quality, I always rock low, and I always recommend you guys rock low. 3D resolution, I really have never liked using auto. I tried a video on it before, never really saw much use in it. I'm able to rock 100%, but basically just make sure to use the 3D res percent that will give you the most FPS in Fortnite. And now heading on to the other settings, this is a really boring section of the video, so there's not much I'm going to talk about. One thing though that is kind of low-key and something PC players have recently been turning on is auto open doors. If you're ever doing a lot of edits and you happen to accidentally edit a door instead of editing open the wall, then auto open doors is super nice because it just keeps the flow of the builds and of the momentum going. When it comes to building though, this is a pretty important section I get asked about a lot. I do have reset building choice turned on, just how probably all of you guys do. Turbo building I have on, pretty standard. Edit with touch I have turned off. I've been using crosshair editing for quite some time now. A lot of you guys still don't even know that I use crosshair editing. I've made a ton of videos on how to crosshair edit on mobile and basically edit like a controller and a PC player. So if you want to check those out, I'll leave links to those down below in the description. And then last but not least, confirmed edit on release. This is so underrated. I am so confused as to why so many more people don't use this setting. For me, it's just one less button I have to tap on mobile to confirm an edit. So at the end of the day, I don't see how this is a downside. Now that's pretty much it. And then for heads-up display options, a lot of you guys actually ask me how I get my ping on my screen, and that is going to be the net debug stats right here. Basically, if you turn everything on, your heads-up display is gonna look like my heads-up display. So if you want all the information possible, just make sure you slap on everything here in the HUD options. Now for sensitivities, this is definitely what you guys are probably most interested in. For touch sensitivity, I've actually been decreasing mine for the last few months, if not a year. It starts out at 40%, but right now I'm on around 15%. I think I'm gonna experiment with anywhere from like 15 to 17%. And you guys might be saying to yourself, well, that's like 2%. Why would you even worry about that? Trust me, guys, when it comes to mobile, every single percent counts for sensitivities. So 15% and 17%, there's actually a lot of difference. For touch targeting sensitivity, I rock a really low sensitivity. I'm just a low sense guy. I don't know what it is, but it helps me out a ton with my AR aim and also my sniper aim. Something though I have recently changed is my touch building and editing sensitivity. I'm trying to become a more mechanical player, and because you need to crank out edits when you're being mechanical, I have maxed out my touch edit mode sensitivity to 200%. I believe it used to be about 140% for building and editing, but I've increased both of those. As the higher your sense is, the faster you can complete edits, also the more mistakes you can make. So it's sort of a double-edged sword. Vertical sensitivity multiplier, I don't know if I've always been on 100%. I think I've gone between like 75 and 100%, but I don't think it matters too much. Look, acceleration strength, I do have this maxed out, as you guys can see. I'm not a big fan of turning this down as it really messes with my long range aim, and I'm a big fan of having a good long range aim. Short range aim though, I feel like it's a lot easier to get better at than long range aim. And boys, trust me, without having aim assist on, I wouldn't be nearly as good as I am. One thing though, I want to give you guys a big heads up is dialogue and cinematics and music. I have all of these turned off. Music, I believe, only deals with with the in-game sound. But one thing I realized playing on my OnePlus, these audio settings are not the same. And so on my OnePlus, I actually hear the henchmen talk when I'm in Caddy or the Authority. So if you guys don't want to hear the henchmen sounds, the people talking between each other, I honestly find it very annoying, then feel free to copy these audio settings. Visualize sound effects I do have turned on, because if you turn it off, you do get better audio like awareness. But for mobile, I can't play without visualized sound effects. I'm super used to them at this point, and then the rest of the stuff really doesn't matter. And so yeah, that's pretty much my settings on Fortnite mobile. Now I'm gonna give you guys a quick glance at my heads-up display. I'm going to go more in depth to my heads-up display very soon when they add back the new heads-up display editor. I'm not sure when this is coming back, but this is a pretty standard heads-up display I've had for a while. I should probably change this back to where they're automatic buttons, but right now I have a building button laid over a combat button. This right here is my edit and toggle button. I really don't know what to say. Pretty much everything you can see on screen right here is pretty self-explanatory in my opinion. Once again, if you guys want to see how I set up crosshair editing, check the tutorial. I will be leaving links down below in the description. That goes into a ton of detail that I will not be leaving in this video. And last but not least, I'm going to be showcasing a few of my favorite maps that I've been recently using in creative. So the first one right here is Raiders Box Fight Practice Map V2. I use this map mainly to warm up right before big tournaments or just hopping into any sort of competitive gameplay. The edit and target system setup over here is honestly one of my favorite sort of ways to warm up I've ever found on Fortnite. The next map I've been using a lot is Raiders Warm Up Course 2. No, it is not the same map, but yes, it is made by the same person, Raider464. So this map is actually a very complex edit and warm up course. There's varying levels between 1 and 4 of difficulty. This is level 2, but honestly, it gets kind of crazy really fast. So if you guys decide you want to be a cracked out editor on Fortnite mobile, this is probably the best chance you guys have of practicing and turning it to face way on mobile. Now, if I ever need clips for, let's say, Twitter or Instagram, and I need a clean map to free build on, this is the map I've been using. It's literally just called Clean. It's a super awesome map that actually allows you to change the outline of your skin. I've had a few people ask me how to do this. So you literally just walk through the different color orbs. If you want yellow, orange, purple, pink, whatever you want, you walk through the orb, and then you start to crank on this really sick map. So if you ever need clips or you want to make your free builds look 10 times better, I highly recommend this map. And last but trust me, very not least, is DonnySC Zonewars Matchmaking Hub. Once you load into this map, basically you'll be given different maps to load into and to matchmake. As you guys know, sometimes there's Zone Wars maps out there that for matchmaking and creative that are kind of weird, kind of bad and inconsistent, but DonnySC has actually got his maps that you guys have guaranteed play before, his Zone Wars maps in his own matchmaking hub, so that if you want to play just his maps, you can matchmake with other people wanting to play the same map. So it's really good practice for tournaments, competitive mechanics, adding, building. Literally, Zone Wars is the easiest and the best way to practice your mechanics, and I highly recommend using the matchmaking hub if you want to play with other people while you practice your mechanics. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, my settings don't change too much, but I at least tried to provide some context if I change a setting. Also, all the creative map codes will be down below in the description if you guys want to use them for yourself. But on that, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. It's been a boy, DuckyTheGamer, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.